My name is Cody Miller. I'm an Olympic gold medalist swimmer.
My name is Christiane Arbini. I am a triathlete.
My name is Dexter Yates. I am an endurance athlete.
So my name is Sean Burke. My sport is triathlon, road races, cyclocross, anything out there that gets me going.
We're Cody and Kathy Waite. We're elite off-road endurance athletes.
I'm Bria Larson, and I train for a living, and it's the best job in the world.
I've competed in 19 Ironmans and 190 triathlons. This has been my career. This is what I love to do.
I like to challenge myself. I like to put it out there and see what I can make this body do on a given day.
It's really kind of you against you. I really enjoy being able to push the limits and see what I can achieve out of my body.
I train in the pool about 24 to 25 hours a week. I do doubles every day. You know, I'm up at 5 a.m., probably about 6 hours of lifting. There's like 30 hours of physical exercise a week.
I really enjoy the off-road riding because I like being outside and in beautiful places, getting dirty and having fun.
And it's just so much fun to push yourself. I don't know why I love it so much, because it hurts incredibly in the moment, but there's nothing like that adrenaline rush when you're finished and you know that you couldn't have done any more.
Getting an Olympic gold medal is one of the most amazing feelings. You can feel the eyes of every little girl who's sitting on the couch watching you on her TV. It's like we all won it at the same time.
2.4 miles swim, 112 miles bike, and 26.2 miles run. From 7 a.m. until midnight, I am going as hard as I physically am able to go.
Recovery is extremely important with athletes. This last year I did 8 races in 12 weeks. If I didn't have that component of recovery, I never would have been able to do that. Being at 56 years old now and be able to compete at that level and actually win those races and using the ASEA product to recover time after time is a game changer.
Recovery is, I think, as important, if not maybe more important than actually the training that you do put in. The only time that you're actually going to get growth out of what you're trying to accomplish is when you take the time to stop and recover.
You know, you have to look at everything that you put into your body as having a purpose to it. Being able to fuel yourself properly and also recover properly is paramount to success.
I love having ASEA because it's only 2 ingredients, and I trust the product. I've been taking it since 2009. I take the supplement steadily, and I just feel a more natural energy that I can get through my workouts and get through my races without feeling the same kind of lactic acid, the same kind of pain.
And since being on ASEA and racing on it for the last 5 years, I have won more races, set more personal records, and set more course records than I did in the previous 19 years of racing before getting on the product.
Before ASEA, after the finish line, I would always say, take me to the medical tent. It just took me a long time to get my whole system feeling like I was back on track again. The first race that I did after I started on ASEA, my daughter actually went looking for me in the medical tent and found me looking for something to eat. I'd finished the race and it's like, okay, I want some food and I want it now. That was probably a big aha moment for me.
Recovery is immensely important in the sport of swimming. When I finish a really, really hard race, it basically feels like scorching pain running through my veins. It's almost as if every step I take, my body's fighting back to not take that step. If I'm not taking time to recover, I tend to crash. And if I'm not going to bed on time, if I'm not drinking enough ASEA, you know, I might get through 5 or 6 workouts throughout the week and then I just kind of tank. It makes a big difference.
I've always swam with ASEA. I started noticing a difference right away. I was sleeping a little bit better. I had a lot more energy in practice. And it wasn't like a caffeine boost. It felt much more natural. I didn't crash. And that's what I liked about it. You know, it's not a huge burst of energy and then you lose it. And so really ASEA has been a part of my journey this whole time, right from club to the Olympic gold medal.
Last summer I forgot to take ASEA for at least a month, and it was such a bad mistake. I did not feel well, I did not race well. I actually crashed out of a mountain bike race because I was so tired. And I was going over, what have I done wrong the last several weeks? And I realized I'd forgotten to take ASEA. I feel like it gives me an edge as an older athlete, pushing myself to the next level.
It just gives me a constant source of energy. There's no peaks or valleys. It stays very steady so that I can continue to do the workouts that I demand of myself.
When I first got on the product, I was getting ready to do my 18th Ironman. At 51 years old, you need to train 20 to 21 hours a week. I was only able to train maybe 2 or 3 hours a week. I was fatigued all the time, I had discomfort all the time, and I could not get those quality workouts in. Did my study on ASEA, got on the product. 3 weeks later, I started seeing improvement. I started sleeping better, and after about 6 weeks of being on the product, I was able to get that 20 hours a week of training in. I was going out and doing a 100-mile bike ride, followed by a 13-mile run, get up the next day and be able to repeat that. And then my confidence got better, my mindset was better, and I thought, I'm really onto something.
I was on ASEA for about 4 months when I got into my second Ironman, and I couldn't believe how much my body was recovering even as I was going through the race. It took my abilities to an entirely different level. I'd shaved 4 hours off of my original race. It's definitely a game changer.
Before I was taking ASEA, I would do 1 or 2 races and then my body would really start to shut down. Obviously doing multiple races in one day is just very physically taxing on your body. Day 1 you have 3 races, and then day 2 you have another 2 races. Day 2 I would feel really sluggish. And then as I started taking ASEA, my aerobic base was increasing and I was able to train longer at a higher threshold. That was the biggest eye-opener for me, was that I was feeling better as the week progressed. I was able to perform at a higher level longer.
Being an analytical person, I put myself through some kind of self-run tests. I was focusing on tracking my heart rate over a set course, running that same course at that same heart rate and seeing my times getting faster with the use of ASEA, and that's what really hooked me into it.
So I take a lot of ASEA during competition. So I'll have a pouch before and after a race. So within 5 minutes, I'm drinking 16 ounces. It makes me feel reassured, saying I had my ASEA, I'm gonna have a great race.
ASEA gives me the energy and the recovery to be able to be an Ironman athlete competing all over the world. It just keeps me going, and that's what I need for these long days that I put in. Say it's my recovery secret weapon.
ASEA is something that can benefit everybody. You're gonna get better energy level, you're gonna sleep better, you're gonna recover faster and get that energy level back up, which is gonna get you up and out and moving. And so that's why I think ASEA is important for everybody, not just for athletes.
You just like to wake up in the morning and feel good. And I think ASEA can be a great benefit as a part of a healthy lifestyle.
ASEA is not just for athletes. It's for anyone who wants to feel well. We all lead very busy lives. I know I do. I run a business, I have 3 kids, I train a lot. I need a little help so I don't get run down, and that's why I use ASEA.